Alright, y'all. Today we're going to be discussing Courtical Hoops. On YouTube has almost 40,000 subscribers and 143 videos. And just first off, I can see there's some things going on that are really holding this channel back. And we're going to get into that today. First thing I see is inconsistent production. Inconsistent production. Because I'm seeing his latest video is from 6 months ago. You can't grow a channel by only posting once a month. A couple 7 months ago, and then you go back to 2 years ago, and then just a few videos in, we're at 4 years ago. Now this particular owner, from what I understand, owns a gym, and I can see it's hard to manage a gym and be trying to grow your YouTube and your online presence. I can see all that, but that's gonna hold you back. It just is, and unless you have the right systems for it. So one of the way to be consistent with your production is to have an automated content bank, like a place where you can hold your clips and your video clips at, where you can automatically drip them out over the week, or over 2 weeks, over a month even. Really, all you got to do is just have a couple of filming days where you get all your footage. And then after that's done, you put it into a system or a storage bank where you can automatically clip out the clips that you want, format it the way you want it, and then schedule it out to your social media. That way you won't run the risk of killing your momentum, because obviously he built up these 40,000 subscribers probably a few years ago. But as you can see, he's not taking advantage of shorts or anything. He has 5 shorts up. That's not the way to do it. So that's the first thing I'm seeing, is inconsistent production. Second thing I'm seeing is probably he has an editing bottleneck. He's getting stuck with shooting and having to edit the videos. Editing takes up a lot of time. I'm actually building a system now that can help with this, that can help make your production efficient, so you can just focus on the gym and focus on your other activities that are part of your life, part of your business. I know this particular person that put up an ad saying they were looking for a video editor, but I'm not sure if they found one, because that was posted 10 months ago, but they're still having these problems being consistent with their content. You got to be consistent if you expect to grow and get to a higher level than 40,000. The third problem this person is probably running into is revenue volatility. Now, what is revenue volatility? That's like when the money coming in from your activities fluctuates up and down. I have experience building a company from $0 to $50,000 a month, and that was consistent monthly revenue. I wasn't up and down, 10,000 one month and then 200 the next. No, it was consistent 5 figures every single month, and that's because of the systems I had built for that particular business. It's a music production business, and it was operated entirely online using online content. So this channel, if you're a basketball creator and you have momentum, you're like in the 10,000 range, that's a good spot to be, then you can really build on this momentum by implementing the right systems to get that revenue coming in consistently every month. And there's several ways to do this. You can use lead capture systems. You can get people's emails and phones and consistently update them on what's going on directly. You can't rely on YouTube, because YouTube is going to do a YouTube once. Sometimes you'll get a whole bunch of views. Let's see. So for example, this one has 159 views, while this one right below it has 4,000. And you might be like, that's just because it was uploaded a long time ago. Well, there's a big difference in, say, for example, this one. Let's see if I can find a good example for you guys. This one, 479,000 views 4 years ago. But this one had 1/10 of the views. Also uploaded 4 years ago. Only 12,000 views. So this video, if you have like ad monetization on, you're going to get more income out of that than that. But you never know what video is going to hit and what video ain't. But what you do know is how often you're going to be emailing those folks or sending out text messages of the updates, so that your following will consistently receive your attention, and then that turns into revenue. It turns into consistent revenue. And again, that's how I've taken a company from zero to $50,000 a month, just a month, not per year, a month. It's about developing these systems. And I'm building that out as we speak, specifically for you guys, for basketball content creators. So make sure you're following the channel and you're telling your people about it, because we're going to tailor this specific to you. Now, one thing I am going to check is to see how his cross-platform promotions are. Now, he does have his own website. Let's see, let's go here, which is good. Clicking on their website. It's good to have your own website. That's a leg up. And so we are here. All right, now he has his lead capture system here on his website. That's good. But as you can see, he is focused on booking his gym, right? So this is automatically going to turn off all these people that are not interested in booking his gym, but they are consuming his content, or they found his YouTube channel from a video that they were shown. But when they get here, they're automatically turned off because this is just for the local area. But YouTube is for the entire world. So I would advise this content creator to have a better lead capture system that will capitalize on all the clicks coming from his YouTube page and get them to, like, for example, a merch store, maybe even some tutorials on basketball, anything that goes along with his brand. I would even advise Courtical Hoops to have some kind of additional product, something that you can sell online, that you can email people and you don't have to actually physically produce the good. That way you can make passive income every day, every week, every month, just automatically, just by having the right system set up. For example, the company that I helped get to 50,000 a month, it only had, at the time, it only had 2,500 subscribers. That's it, just 2,500 subscribers. This channel has 40,000. So what kind of money are you leaving on the table? That's okay. We're going to fix this. So we're going to find his social medias. Let's see. Let's go to Instagram, because Instagram is probably the best one outside of YouTube as far as like having a real connection and relationship with your audience. As you can see, he's only has 3,000 followers. And that is not a lot considering his YouTube has that many followers, 40,000. So obviously he's leaving money on the table with this as well. If I click on his videos, let's see, he has some good views, decent views. I've ran accounts that have more views than this and less followers. Let's see here. And this one is from 37 weeks ago. So his third reel is from 37 weeks ago. So obviously he is leaving money on the table. Shouts out to you though for starting your dream. And he's probably, like I said, he's probably really busy running his gym. And he does want to get an online presence, and he does want to marry that in with his business, but he doesn't really quite understand how to or have the time or resources to get that done in the most efficient manner without him losing the physical part of his business, which is his gym. So totally get that. But the way to fix that is just to have an automated system that organizes your videos and does repurposing on your videos automatically, so that you can pipe it out to all of your different social medias. And that's including Instagram or all these other ones that he has up here. That way you can take full advantage of all of the people that are interested in your brand and that might be interested in your brand. And then you can build up all your social media at the same time without having to put in extra work in. So that's basically the goal. You don't want just not being able to cover all your grounds be the reason why you're not growing. Putting in hard work, that's a given. You're going to do that, but you don't want to be doing all that work and then not seeing the fruits of your labor. So if I was to drop a fifth problem that I see here, and I'm a tech expert, I'm an expert in automation, monetization, scaling and growing business systems, organization, all that. I'm an expert there. I'm not as much of an expert with marketing itself, but I do have experience marketing. And from what I can see here is a couple things. Courtical, I don't really understand what that word means, just being honest. If I was to guess, maybe it's putting the word court with practical, putting that together. But Courtical Hoops, it just doesn't have a ring to it to me. So might want to consider a name change there. That's a small might. Again, this is just my first impression. Second thing is I don't see any kind of brand consistency. And what is brand consistency? That's like a consistent use of colors. I see the red arrows, but there's still no clear color that's popping out at you. Think Walmart, you think blue. Think Amazon, you think dark blue with the smiley face. You know what I mean? Think brand, right? Because you want people to remember your brand, your company, because you really are a brand. I like the banner, right? That red, that really deep red that pops out. But I'm not seeing that in the thumbnails, right? I'm not seeing that at all. It's just pretty random. I don't see any kind of consistent background for the caption, so to speak. So that's going to make it really hard for a viewer to come in and really understand or really have an impression and remember you a month later after they've seen thousands of other videos or a year later after they've seen tens of thousands of videos, right? You want them to remember you. And one way to do that is to have consistent branding and a consistent message. See, I'm coming here and I see pink, but I go to his YouTube and I see red and then a bunch of stuff going on there. The logo is pretty cool. I dig the logo. That's telling me you're mixing physical game with the mental game. And I think you reiterate that on your bio. Yep. Here at Courtical Hoops, we emphasize the mind, especially when it comes to competition. And I go in here and I see all of his links. So some of it's there. Some of it's there. We just got to get the small things together that's really going to get that financial wheel turning for this person. So that is my case study for Courtical Hoops. I got some more coming soon. Y'all subscribe for more.